Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Te Atiawa people, the traditional custodians of the land on which these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Thank you so much yesterday for all the congratulations. It's actually my third time being a grandma, but one never tires of it. So absolutely lovely. Lots of cuddles to catch up with when I finally get home. For those that are new, I'm not at home. I'm in New Zealand. I am an Australian. Just over here looking after my mum while she goes through some chemotherapy treatment. Also, huge congratulations, Jimmy Carter, on his 100th birthday. Hopefully, Tim Walsh will take some energy from that for today, for this afternoon's debate. So, congratulations, Jimmy Carter. As my mum says, he was too nice to be a president. He was just such a lovely man who wanted to do the best, and he still wants to do the best for the people of the country that he loves. Okay, what I'm going to have a look at first up, I'm using my Gilded Tarot Royale. Meant to have a reading on this yesterday. Yes, I do know there's some races that I haven't looked at yet in the US elections. I will get round to them eventually. There's no rush. I will get round to them. But I want to have a look at the Austria, not Australia, the Austria election and what's happening in Austria at the moment. I won't be on tomorrow. Have a very full day of appointments with my mum tomorrow. So it'll be a debate debrief probably on my Friday. But let's have a look at the Austria, what's happening in Austria. This is happening right across Europe at the moment. They had a recent election, the Freedom Party. I love how they call themselves like conservative parties and freedom parties when in fact they're anything but. It's such a misdemeanor. Won 28% of the vote, not enough to form government, but it did get the highest number of votes in the national Austrian elections. So, just a little bit of history. The Freedom Party was founded by Nazis back in the 1950s. They're running on a platform of fear, very much against immigration. However, have to remember that immigration has been caused by what's happening, especially in the Middle East and in Africa, which, crazily enough, the conflicts that are causing the immigration issues, we're talking about Syria, we're talking about North Africa, we're talking about what's happening in Lebanon, etc., are being caused by the far right, except that the far right are running on the fear platform of the immigration. So therefore, they're basically feeding themselves. When I'm talking about the issues that are causing immigration, the leader of the Freedom Party, Herbert Kickl, I'm sure I've pronounced that incorrectly, has aligned himself with the likes of Orban in Hungary. And if you're with Orban, then you're with Putin type scenario. So basically what's happening is that their own policies are feeding the fear that is causing them to get elected. So what I want to have a look is what's happening in Austria. I had warned a long time ago that Europe will lean right and come to regret it and then move back again towards the left. So I just want to have a look with what's happening in Austria, because there was a lean towards the right in Germany recently, in France. Fortunately, I believe in one of the Scandinavian countries as well. Fortunately, they've managed to form coalitions to stave off this extreme right. But I just want to see how it's going to go in Austria as well. So the party that came second is the Conservatives Party. They are a centrist right party, but they have refused to form a coalition with the far right Freedom Party. They would have had enough votes then or enough seats to form a majority government, but the Conservatives have refused so far. The party that came third was the Socialist Democrats. So we've got Freedom Party at 28%, The Conservatives at 26%, the Social Democrats at 21%, and then we've got further down, we've got the Greens at 8%. Now, I'm really getting a feeling that there's going to be a coalition formed between, there was a party between the Social Democrats and the Greens, but I do feel that those three, Conservatives, Social Democrats and Greens, will form a political coalition to defeat the Freedom Party, forming a majority government. So the Conservatives and the Social Democrats would have, 47% of the seats. If they get the Greens with their 8%, it would bring them up to 55, so a majority. So I just want to have a look at the energies in Austria at the moment. It boggles my mind that there seems to have been forgotten such recent history. As I said, the Freedom Party, with 28% of the votes, was founded in the 1950s by a Nazi leaning organisation. So let's have a look. Show me the energies in Austria at the moment. The energies in Austria. The energies in Austria. Show me. It's reflective of the energies in Europe everywhere at the moment. So let's have a look. The energies of Austria. The energy, you want that one? Okay, come on down. Let's have a look. Right, Eight of Wands. A lot of information coming forward very quickly. Oh, I do like this, though, on the bottom. The Dove of Truth, the Dove of Peace, the Sword of Truth, the Sword of Wisdom and Knowledge coming forward on the bottom there. So the Eight of Wands, a lot of information coming out really quickly, a lot of headlines, a lot of plans. Okay, see where it goes. Eight of Pentacles, and the hard work going on behind the scenes, possibly financial hard work as well. As I said, I'm seeing the Conservatives, the Social Democrats and the Greens forming a tenuous is the word I'm being given, but it's not feeling tenuous as in won't work. It feels tenuous as in, there's a siren going past. Tenuous as they'll find it interesting. I was going to say difficult, but that's not the word I'm being given. Interesting to bump heads together in what they're going to have to compromise on. So, yeah, okay, this is also about finding the last jigsaw puzzle piece. So the Conservatives and the Social Democrats, who they are going to negotiate with to form that final puzzle piece. I think it might happen fairly quickly here to be able to form government. Let's have a look what's going on behind the scenes in Austria. Yeah, boundaries. There's boundaries that need to be set up. Now, from what I understand, the Freedom Party were their big platform was about building a barbed wire wall or something all the way around Austria, defending the borders. Understandable, but it's also one of these things that if one of these situations where if you encourage life to be happy at home, people will stay home. People don't up and walk thousands of miles or take risks with their children unless things are incredibly horrific. But okay, there is this surrender. There's some boundaries that need to be set up, and a surrender to the messaging of the people is what I'm getting there. And it is very much about homeland protection, homeland security. So this is the energies behind the scenes. This is why the people voted the way they did, is because they're wanting boundaries, firm boundaries set up, and it is about protecting Austria. So, yeah, totally get that. So what's happening is that whomever forms this coalition leadership will have to surrender to the messaging of the people that this is what the people want. We've got the Five of Swords, the abuse of power. This is the battlefields. This is the I'm really getting that this is the leadership on these battlefields who are abusing their power, that are causing this disruption. The average citizen just suffers. So this is where this energy is coming from. Oh, another siren. Must be something serious going on. Yeah, it's very much about what's going on in these battlefields that is being caused by disinformation by particular leaders. So, yeah, three parties coming together to form a coalition is what I'm getting there. Working together, forged in fire. I love that. Forged in fire. My poor little cards are just about all dog-eared. Yeah, a Forged in Fire coalition. Let's see how it's going to end up. Oops, that one had flipped over. The karma hanging over, heartbreak, loss, despair, the Four of Swords, three swords at the top here and one at the bottom. So again, there's going to have to be, so three swords forming one. So this is loss, disappointment, heartbreak, despair, feeling of betrayal. But I'm just really getting that it's that the three parties, again, the karma is at the three parties. And a third siren, goodness me, I'm going to have to watch the news. Three parties forming one is what I'm getting there. They're going to have to step back perhaps from their more aggressive, thank goodness, wants to form one party. Okay. Ooh, this powerful feminine energy. Again, gosh, she pops up a lot. An inspirational female bringing forward a new message, a new plan. Uh, very much of the community energy. So maybe a female leader will come out of this, because we've got the other Queen of Pentacles here as well in regards to homeland security and healing. An offer being made, absolutely. So if you're in Austria or know of the Austria region, let me know if there is a potential female leader, and bringing forward a new plan, a new message about, well, I'm going to say self-restriction, restriction. I'm getting the words, be careful what you wish for here. If you're going to limit movement into Austria, you're going to be limiting movement out of Austria as well. It's a bit like the Brexit, that a number of people who voted to leave the EU as part of the UK, leave the EU, suddenly found that they couldn't go and stay at their Spanish holiday homes, etc., because the free movement was disrupted, was removed. So this is a self-enforced restriction. So I am feeling, yeah, I'm just, be aware it goes two ways. If you're restricting movement in, you are also restricting movement out. We've got this Ace of Swords, the sword of new beginnings, but I'm feeling logical peace here with the dove, bringing when peace returns, but it's also logic, wisdom, truth and knowledge. The Two of Pentacles, the juggling morally back and forth about who to allow into the country, coming in from overseas, decisions that need to be made. I am seeing that this is a reflection of this, the Page of Pentacles, a reduction in who can come into the country, but just be aware. You'll also be restricting movement for the Austrian people themselves. Again, be careful what you wish for. But then we have the Sun card. Big yes, big yes. Be careful what you wish for. Yes, yes, yes. We've got defending their borders. Another Queen of Swords. We've got the Wheel of Fortune changing for the government here, and then we have the government itself. So really getting a strong pull towards a female leader in regards to this. Okay, so I'll just leave you down. Let's have a look. Do we want to have a look further at this? So show me. I'll just do what do we want to have a look at in regards to Austria? Show me the future of the Austrian government. Okay, show me the future of the far right in Austria is what I'm wanting. Show me the future of the far right. Oh, they're going to be upset. They are going to be, okay, thank you. I'm getting that they're going to try and incite violence, a bit like Nigel Farage did after the UK elections. If you're a Nigel Farage, Donald Trump fan, this is not the channel for you. Feel free to, don't bother leaving a message, just potter off. Let's have a look. Do that once more. Okay, let's have a look. Show me the future of the far right in Austria. The far right in Austria. Show me the future of the far right. Freedom Party, founded by Nazis in the 1950s. Show me. Always bemuses me that they call themselves things like the Freedom Party when what they actually want to do is remove freedom. Let's have a look. Show me the future of the far right in Austria, because I do feel it'll get really intense. It'll get what's happening is it is getting worse, and then there'll sort of be a realization of what the heck were we thinking before swinging back again. The future of the far right, well, here's Russia herself, front and center. The Kremlin could also be the birth of something significantly new, feminine energy coming forward. Here we've got a more balance. More balance. Yeah, thank you. I'm just being told the close connections to Russia. I mean, if you align yourself with Viktor Orban of Hungary, then yes, you are aligned with Russia. But let's have a look. Okay, karma coming and biting him on the bum. Wheel of Fortune. Their challenge is going to be times are changing. I think they've run their dash. Done their dash, run their race. Time is changing and they're not keeping it. It's almost like they're at the pinnacle now. They're at the pinnacle now, but the wheel is turning. We've got here the Chariot at the base, 3 major arcana, 4 major arcana if you count the bottom there straight up. The feminine energy is moving on from this, moving forward from this. Doesn't mean it's not men as well, but it's more about the rise of the feminine. In the past, the 3 of Wands, I'm talking about the far right in Austria, very much about the plan was to close the borders, the plan was to prevent those from other countries coming in. Crowning this reading, yeah, it doesn't look good for them. And look at this, major arcana all the way through. Tower moment, they're going to, it's going to blow the top off them, not literally, but it is breaking down so that something better can be rebuilt. Immediate future, be careful what you wish for, because it's time for an ending of them, significant ending of the far right. Not just talking about Austria, I'm talking about the whole of Europe is what I'm really getting with this. Be careful what you wish for. Celebrate your win now because it's going to end. Internally, yeah, they're going to find themselves on the outer yet again. Hopes and fears. I do feel that they're going to try and incite some sort of violence, some sort of conflict, similar to what the Tories and Farage did in the UK. Oh boy, but there also may be infighting within the Freedom Party or the far right as they try and blame each other for not being able to form government. Heartbreak, loss, despair, divorce. We've got the Queen of Swords, can be a prosecutor, but it just can also be the rise of the intellectual wisdom, nurturing feminine energy, and some sort of contracts and agreements in regards to homeland security and stable government. So whoever this female leader is that's coming forward, she's going to come to some sort of agreement. She may compromise on some of what the Freedom Party are demanding because of the fact that they got so many votes, which is about the borders, about homeland security, but we do have the steady government here. And on the base, we've got a return to balance, which will bring about the downfall of the Freedom Party and their loss. Now, we've got 3 cups here, walking away from the loss because of the 3 other parties joining forces. And we have a judgment here because their lies will be exposed, their contacts with oligarchical money and their fear-mongering will be seen and heard. So it will come out their dictatorship lies will come out. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Let's see how it plays. As I said, I think the Conservative, Social Democrats and Greens party will come together to form a coalition government. Touch wood that I'm right. And the Freedom Party, yeah, they'll get some concessions, basically because 28% of the population voted for them, so therefore the population is wanting some of what the Freedom Party is offering. So, but I just, the far right, I just don't see it gaining traction. I think it's at its pinnacle in Europe at the moment, and it will once you've got the Kremlin, Orban, Netanyahu, Bolsonaro, Trump, etc. Once they are removed, you'll find a swing towards a more peaceful world. Okay, love to you all. Take care. Bye bye.